Welcome, guys. This is Samuel again. Once again, the big tournament. You guys know this is the biggest sports tournament in all over the world. We call it football, FIFA. So many conversation. There is like criticism about football, FIFA, but we talk about football. We just like football. We love football. We want to watch the football. So that's why we are here. So I got a good. I don't know, like he is a Newcastle fan, but literally he is England fan. So I got him. You guys can see his name is Luis. He's a England fan. So how are you, Luis?
I'm good. Just really enjoyed the game, of course, and good to see some England players on the pitch as well. Some Newcastle players on the pitch. Sorry.
Yeah, I know you're so happy. Kieran Trippier, like he's been doing incredible job for Newcastle, and Callum Wilson he got a sub one and he just got an assist. So that's good as for Newcastle fans, but also England. They're doing good job.
Yeah.
So my first question for you to, what do you think about England starting lineup? You were happy when did you see that?
Yeah, I mean, I was happy with the starting lineup. I would have probably chose a couple of different players, but most of the players I was happy with, and I still felt it was a strong enough team to win against Iran. And the players that I wouldn't have chosen would have been Maguire and Sterling. But I think in a way starting them against Iran was a good choice, especially for Maguire, because we were likely to win that game anyway, so he can build his confidence and get some time on the pitch.
But Sterling, there was big conversation, like everyone is talking about Foden, he deserves more. Foden is the one of the like talented player for England for a long time. So but Sterling, he is doing incredible job for England, like under Gareth Southgate. Whenever he got the chance, the national team, he's been like absolutely brilliant. Like whenever he goes there, he proved that he can get a penalty. So Phil Foden, I don't know, like.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sterling, he's done really well for England in the past, and he hasn't ever played bad for England. It's not a case of Sterling not being a really good player. I just think Foden's overtaken him, perhaps, at least at the club level.
But
Foden for England,
Foden is good for club level, but Foden is playing under Pep. But Foden is not a player of Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate, he likes that type of player. He always wants to get the squad. Even we can see that when he announced the squad, there was no Filkal Tomari, even didn't get that Tommy Abraham or even Ivan Toney. So, but still, he got good result. That's a good opening for England, I think so.
No, I was happy to see Sterling play in that game, and I was happy to see him score as well, because like I say, he's a top player. He's a top player, and he's done it for many years for England. So you definitely can't leave him out of the squad, and it's a difficult choice to even leave him out of the team. So I wonder what happens next. And now that he's scored, does Foden get his chance, or does he stay with Sterling?
Yeah, that's a big conversation. Maybe we'll talk about later. So now I just want to move like. I think England fans will be delightful, like to see Bukayo Saka, Jude Bellingham, like those youngsters. They just carried England before the halftime. They got like I don't know, like how was your feeling when you saw that scores? Like
I was of course, I was happy for England to score, and I was even happier to be Bellingham to get the first goal, and then Saka for Saka to get two.
Goal for England, even like the tournament. You got their first goal for England in World Cup. How's that like for a player like?
For me, I think Bellingham is one of the players that has to start. I think he's like a shoe-in along with Declan Rice.
No conversation
for Bellingham. Yeah, same for Saka, to be honest. So I was happy that it was those two who scored, because I felt that they were players who they shouldn't be questioned whether they start or not, and it just proved that they are those players that can produce when we need, and we can rely on them.
I just like when I saw that Bukayo Saka, when he got the ball, he just tried to one touch to just get the ball and go to the inside. He just tried to like break the defense, like Iranian defense. They were like lagging sometimes. So I was liking Gareth Southgate. He just got a perfect player for his team.
Yeah, I think those two as well. Like the first like 15 minutes, excluding the goalkeeper that took the 15
Yeah,
minutes on the ground, but the first 15 minutes of play, I thought like England weren't brave enough. They were just passing the ball backwards too much, maybe a bit afraid to take risks. But it was Saka. He was the only one who was willing to try to take somebody on 1v1. So
yeah, yeah. He was there. Yeah, he just
Yeah.
took that. Yeah, he just feel like I need to go.
yeah,
Just try to get a chance. Like make it
That's it,
chance.
yeah.
Give the ball to Harry Kane, or just get crossed, and we can get a score.
yeah,
Yeah.
really important players.
Yeah, important. I hope he can continue like this. So it will be really good for England.
Oh, hopefully,
And-
brother, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. But Sterling, like that pass from Harry Kane, what do you think?
Oh, amazing! Like
From Bellingham to
In-
ball, give the Harry Kane, and just
I think that's maybe one of the reasons why Southgate picked Sterling as well, because Sterling, he always makes runs,
yeah,
and Harry Kane, he likes to drop deep, like a playmaker. So
Yeah.
he needs people to run ahead of him. And I think, it's interesting, like Harry Kane, even if he's not scoring, like he's assisting or
Yeah.
he's helping the team in other
even
ways.
even Sterling, he's good in the inside the box. He just try to get the chance, get the penalty. That was
Yeah.
good. Like I just feel like when I saw the Sterling lineup that time, I was feeling like Bukayo Saka, he's the left foot, and Phil Foden, he's left foot. So you can't start two left foots. Like that's kind of like not so good for the team. I think so. Maybe Sterling is perfect because he got experience. Harry Kane, even Bukayo Saka is a youngster, Bellingham youngster. So you can get someone who has like good experience, big tournament. Like he was the best player for England in Euro. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, Raheem Sterling, he just scored like there was boom, like the one touch.
Yeah, it was a nice finish. It was a nice finish, a nice move. It was a really nice, well-worked goal. So yeah, I was
Yeah.
really happy with that.
As a Newcastle player, how do you rate Kieran Trippier performance?
Kieran Trippier, he did really well. I think Kieran Trippier is underrated. I think everybody knows he's really good, but like I watch him week in, week out for Newcastle. I know how good he is, and I think even if Reece James was fit, I really rate Reece James, but I think based on this season, I would still pick Kieran Trippier. I think he's much better than Alexander Arnold defensively, and
He is mature. He played big matches. I think he's like big club like Athletic Madrid when he was playing.
yeah,
So Diego
experience with
Simeone,
England.
yeah, he there was one conversation, maybe like one interview about the Athletic Madrid career. He was like, Athletic Madrid gave him some of the confidence that he could grow up, like he can grow up as a like big star. So from that
At the top
perspective,
level.
so now he is one of the top like right back. Even he's on the field, he can do everything for team. He's always sacrifice himself. So
Uh-huh.
I think that's
Yeah, he
important.
sacrifices
for
for the team. He's he's like, there was one point where I can't remember, but it was a long ball, a long crossfield ball, and he was near the touchline. If it was a bad touch, it would have went out, but he was just calm under pressure, and he's always calm under pressure. He takes some of the pressure off his teammates in defense. He's vocal. He's always
Yeah.
telling the others what to do.
So,
He's
so
a
if,
leader on
if,
the pitch.
so
He's-
if Kyle
really good.
Walker, we know that there is so many right backs for England. Like so Kyle
Uh-huh.
Walker. So
Yeah.
would you start Kyle Walker over Kieran Trippier if the Kyle Walker is fit? Like
I
he's
wouldn't,
good
you
in
know.
defense.
Yeah, Kyle, it depends on the opponent as well, because like if you're up against somebody who's really good in 1v1 situations, then you might look at Kyle Walker because he's good 1v1. He's very fast. But most of the time I would still choose Trippier over Walker 100%. I think he's just a smarter player.
He's a good bowler. Like you can say good bowler. Like he can take the ball, carry the ball, like in like good understanding with the players.
Yeah, he's Kieran Trippier is he's just a very intelligent player. He's not the fastest, he's not the strongest. Like
No.
physically he's not the best, but he's
Yeah.
very
Yeah, he's-
smart.
Mentally, he's really good. He always
Yeah,
understands.
he reads the
game,
game well.
yeah.
Leader on the pitch. He's the
So-
captain, Newcastle captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well,
wanted
after
to like
Lascelles,
before
but
the
Lascelles doesn't play.
Yeah, I wanted to like if Harry Kane he's going to sub anyhow. Like I think there is only one guy who can carry this England team. That's Kieran Trippier. I just feel like that
Uh-huh.
because he's a good in leader. Like he's good leader. He can always go to the like referee, always go to the opponent. Like
Uh-huh.
why you doing so? That type of player always needed like in your team. I think.
Uh-huh. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I just got another question like Rashford and Callum Wilson and Jack Grealish. After a long time, Grealish got a score. And
Uh-huh.
Rashford, like everybody was talking about why you get Rashford. Like there was so many criticism about to pick Rashford. And I know that Callum Wilson he got a one assist, so it was perfect half for Gareth Southgate.
Yeah. Yeah, perfect sub and perfect game to give those players the opportunity as well. You know, we're already winning comfortably. And it was good to see Callum Wilson come on as well because I was really happy for him to get the call up, being a
Yeah,
Newcastle
I know
player.
as a Newcastle fan, it's good for you.
Uh-huh. And I was just not worried, but I wanted to see him get some minutes as well and get some opportunities because obviously Harry Kane's going to start every game if he's fit. So it was
Yeah,
good
of
to
course,
see
Harry Kane is top.
Wilson come on.
You
Yeah.
can't compare with anyone. Harry Kane is top.
And Rashford as well. He was only on the pitch for about less than a minute and he scored.
Yeah.
And I think it was from the right-hand side as well.
Yeah, that was good. 2 assists from Harry Kane. That was really good from. But I wanted to like as a like football fans always I want from the striker get a goal because they just play for that. They need that one, then people can remember them. But
Yeah.
I'm happy that he got 2 assists. So
Yeah.
Harry Maguire, he kept the word of Gareth Southgate.
Yeah, he's somebody said something online on a show that Gareth Southgate's got a picture of Harry Maguire in his wallet. You know, like he loves Harry Maguire.
But he played really good game today, I think against Iran. But he got injury, kind of feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah. He was unlucky not to score when he hit the bar, didn't he? In the
that was
first half.
so close.
So close. Yeah, he played all right, but I think against tougher opposition, like I wouldn't like to see Harry Maguire starting against Brazil.
Yeah,
or
even
anything like
against
that.
Argentina, against like we can say big teams. So that
Yeah.
would be maybe. But Stone
it
was
was-
really good. John Stones, Luke Shaw.
Yeah, defense was solid. Yeah, defense was solid.
Yeah,
Luke
but
Shaw. Yeah.
what do you think about the concede 2 goals? You conceded 2 goals against Iran. That is not a horrible like.
Yeah,
Win
it's you know, we're still won comfortably. Obviously, a clean sheet would have been better, but
Yeah.
it's not too much to worry about, and I think we'll get stronger as the tournament goes on.
So your first
Sure.
pick as a goalkeeper over like Jordan Pickford is okay, or Ramsdale or Nick Pope.
I would choose Nick Pope. I know he plays for Newcastle, but I honestly would choose Nick Pope. I think he's better at dealing with crosses. He's as good of a shot stopper, if not better. Pickford's maybe better with his feet, and Pickford's from Sunderland, so I can't.
But yeah, Aaron Ramsdale he's doing like fabulous player like he's doing in with
Yeah.
Arsenal. So someone talking about in Twitter like Ramsdale deserve start.
Yeah, you know, like look, Arsenal are top of the league. Newcastle have got the best defensive record in the Premier League. Nick Pope's part of that,
Yeah.
but
Everton
Pickford's
Everton
again, he's a
is
favourite, isn't he?
Everton is struggling with Pickford, so that's not a good. But still, he's doing good with national team.
He's a good goalkeeper. He's a good goalkeeper, so I can't argue that one too much. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just on last time, I just want to say something. The Iran players they didn't sing their own like national anthem. So what do you think about it? Like football is always making like we know that's a IG. I forgot that one. That's like one armband. That's FIFA band.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the like politics in football? We know that like everyone like related with football. Football is the like one of the biggest sports everyone likes, and about fancy this one, they always wait for the biggest tournament. So when the biggest tournament comes, there is so many criticism. When there was Russia, even South Africa, so it's now Qatar. So
Yeah.
what do you think about this one?
I think it depends on the situation. Like with Iran, they're Iranians choosing to do that with their own national anthem. That's up to them. But about the armbands, for me, that's a little bit different because you're going to somebody else's country. So if they have their own morality, you can't tell them what they have to promote in their own country. It depends on the specific case, I think, but it's difficult to separate like politics and sport, you know, because some people are going to be outspoken. Just
Yeah,
like
I
in
mean,
America, the American football player, I've forgotten his full name, but he was the first person who he took a
mhm.
knee during the American national anthem, and
Yeah,
now we
yeah.
have all of the
I
players
also
started
forgot that
taking the
guy.
knee. So yeah, it depends on what it is, you know, I think.
So do you have an idea LGBTQ plus? That's
Like
like
an idea of what it is, or
that's like lesbian,
yeah,
bisexual,
yeah,
like everything is related, transformed, like blah blah blah, so many stuff. So they're not happy with Qatar. But is this Qatar fault? Like they're hosting the World Cup, or does the FIFA president like Sepp Blatter when he like gave that? So, I, like from my perspective, I don't think there is any problem with that because if you see the all over the world, the Middle East, like I have nothing to say about this one. Like in the World Cup, middle of the season, I don't like that. But
uh-huh.
you gave that, so you have to now accept, and you have to fully like, okay, the World Cup is just, we just need to finish this one. But there is
Yeah,
so
I
many
think
criticisms. I don't know why.
yeah, I think it's you know, the World Cup, of course, it's happening in Qatar, and you see, I don't really like a lot of the criticism. It depends what it is, but some of the criticism it's not that I don't like the criticism, I just feel that some of it's hypocritical
Yeah.
because you have you know, certain people from some countries criticizing the situation in Qatar, but
Mhm.
refusing to look at themselves. So it
Yeah, I
depends
understand.
who's pointing the finger. Obviously, there are things that are not right, but countries and people shouldn't be. I don't want to go into too much detail with it, but there are certain countries that have their own human rights issues and all of that, and then they want to criticize Qatar about this. So,
No,
and the
I
other
just
thing
like I got a one
we
clue
got,
when I just we are just gonna finish just a little time. Like when I had a conversation with one of my guys, like he just told me that who talk about human rights, they live their life in like heaven. They fly by private jet. They go to big restaurant like Salt Bay, like Brook. They always go to like expensive one. So how do they talk about human rights? So human rights mean you have to be like if you have like the normal life, so now you need something you feel like. So I have no idea, like I feel some clue, but I'm a student, so I feel like what the rights for a students. So you are living in a life like a heaven, so how do you think about their life is that they didn't tell you anything? So Qatar, like I'm just telling, there was like human rights about working. So human rights, what are they doing about the all over the like facts that's happening all over the world? Even now Russia is doing Ukraine with, we know that
uh
everybody is about care this one, but
yeah,
nobody can stop Russia. So why you are talking about the human rights?
yeah, yeah, exactly, and like about the gay rights and trans rights and all of those things, like. For me, that's, or at least let's just say from the people of Qatar, from their perspective, it's a moral issue.
Hmm.
People don't agree with it because they think it's immoral. No, that's their viewpoint, that's their perspective. So, you know, like I watch like the British media,
Hmm.
you know, of course, about the World Cup, and they're criticizing a lot, you know,
Yeah,
about
I
the
know. I've
armbands
been
and
watching Sky
the rights
Sports, even ITV, even some of the
yeah.
TV. They always criticizing BBC.
Yeah,
So
but they're invited there to go and play football in the
yeah,
World Cup. You're not
see,
invited there to criticize their country. You can make criticisms, but it's not something which is a black and white issue
yeah,
for me. It's people, it's their way of seeing things. You can't expect them to just conform to your way of seeing the world. And
yeah.
it's like they assume that they're correct and they should change and be like us. No,
So
it's not that simple.
yeah. Okay, we are gonna finish just this one last. Like
Yeah,
it's your country, so you have rights. So you have to respect as a foreigner. You have to
yeah,
respect their culture, their history.
yeah,
So they
yeah,
can't change for 28 their culture, their history, their belief.
yeah, Yeah.
So you just want to change everything forever, like they are doing their whole life, their generation to generation, generation to generation.
Yeah.
So isn't it just a joke?
Yeah. Yeah, it is a joke, you know, and I think it's quite revealing. I think throughout this World Cup, when it's over, it's quite revealing about how some countries in the West, I don't want to generalize and like that, but
Yeah,
it's
I
revealing
understand your meaning.
how some countries they think that they're superior, they have superior morals and all of this kind of thing, but no. It's different cultures. You have to
Respect.
understand and respect, try to see from people's perspective and not judge and not try to impose your own ways, and you know, but there's none of that. It's just total.
Yeah. Last one, like when Qatari and like the oil company, they goes to to give the money to buy a club to take out, you know. So that time,
Like
why
Newcastle.
do they why do they feel like heaven? Why?
Uh,
They can refuse, like Saudi
Yeah.
like Saudi they just take over the Newcastle, even
Uh-huh.
Manchester City, you can see, even PG,
Yeah.
even if there was no Qatarian owner, so
Uh-huh.
maybe the France players, like maybe in their life there is no chance to see Messi is playing League One. Even you can't see like Newcastle is going back again. Manchester
Yeah.
City is going to play buying a player like Erling Haaland, Kevin De Bruyne. So I have no idea. You guys are making football with Qatari and oil money. Like most of them, I feel like that's true.
No, that's why I'm laughing, because it's so true that it's funny. It's
Yeah, I just feel like when they go to invest, you're done, okay. But when they try to someone like host something, because they're human, they are the part of the football. You can't
Yeah.
say. So
Yeah.
they deserve. So always you can't host. This is people's. This is not a youth choice. This is people's choice. Sometimes mistakes makes perfect. Even mistakes also good for you to recovery. So I have
Yeah.
no idea. But I hope football is going to like good. World Cup is going to be good. Like I just want to watch football. I just love that. So
Yeah, that's what it's about. That's
Yeah.
what it's about. Yeah.
thank you so much for coming. I hope England is going to win.
Yeah, I hope so.
They're gonna
brother.
get something. Maybe it's coming home. I hope.
Hey, hope so.
Yeah.
That would really be something.
Yeah. See you next match in USA. I hope USA. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Hopefully you can. England can continue at the top. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
thank you,
confident we'll come through the group comfortably. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully we.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. See you soon.